Hey guys, it's Evil. I'm just stopping in because as part of my healing from my chronic um, disorder, I decided to share my why and kind of what I've gone through the last 20 years to put my entire story out there in hope that it helps others. So what I'm going to do in this video is kind of go over all the things I've been diagnosed with the last 20 years, summarize what I'm currently going through, and go over some of the things that I want to do. Marks and I decided, especially since the lack of information we've been able to find on my own condition, that maybe I need to put it out there for other people in case they're struggling with the same thing. So thank you for taking the time to watch all of this. We're going to be starting a YouTube series about this type of stuff, and I'm going to put it on YouTube and share it in some of my health groups. I belong to a lot of health groups for the conditions I've had, so I'm going to be putting a lot of effort in there of putting some information out there for folks in order to see if it helps them. The first thing I'm going to do is go over all the things I have been diagnosed with the last 20 years. Some people believe that, most diseases are unrelated, but I truly believe that everything I've gone through the last 20 years is completely related. So here we go. And this is why anytime I get a diagnosis, I just kind of shrug it off because another doctor will call it something else. But here we go. I've had endometriosis, or have had, whatever, PCOS, hormone dysregulation, interstitial cystitis, cervical precancer cancer, adrenal dysfunction, adenomyosis, ovarian cysts, fibroids, chronic UTI, yeast issues, kidney infections, and as of lately, invasive systemic candidiasis, blood infection, or candinemia, and autoimmune issues. There's too many symptoms for me to list. I'd be happy if somebody wanted to reach out to me and ask me about any one of these things. I'd be happy to talk to them about any of these. And as with all of these things, I've also had 20 years of procedures, medications, and all kinds of stuff. So last 20 years, I've had multiple laparoscopies for cysts, fibroids, endo removal, bladder stuff, multiple DNCs for abnormal bleeding, fibroids, leak procedure, robotic hysterectomy, Lupron, Provera, multiple types of synthetics and birth controls. I have my IM rod surgery and orthoscopic knee surgery on here as well. One of the side effects from Lupron can be massive bone loss. And if not just in roller derby, but I have fractured very easily in my life. So for a healthy person as healthy as me to have multiple bone fractures, sometimes you wonder if bone loss is part of that. I do have endo sisters that have suffered way worse. I mean, you look at the stories for teeth or bones and stuff like that, and some of this medication, especially when you're on it for as many years as I was on it, you can have some terrible catastrophic side effects. So that's why I wanted to put that on here too. Currently now, you guys know I do all natural. I do bioidentical natural hormones. I'm on extensive herbal protocol. Again, I'll be doing a separate video series on these because it's not only for the hormones, it's for the anti-candida and the balancing. Plus, if I'm doing, when I do weight training and stuff like that, it's a completely different protocol. Also, any of my nutrition and exercise, and I'll get into that a little bit more also. As for what I can and can't do at the moment, exercise-wise, most of you know I was really excited because I had my hysterectomy last year, and this year I just got back into awesome shape after losing all that muscle. And anyway, with this blood infection, I actually can't do anything super strenuous. A lot of it's going to be because of the type of diet I'm on, and I've been on a strict autoimmune diet the last few months, but it's not really working, so I gotta really take it up a notch. So the types of activities I will be able to do is going to be my yoga, hot yoga, plyo, and like leisurely walking, hiking, cycling or skating or swimming, but nothing as far as high intensity. No lifting, no high intensity workouts, no running, no hard cycling, no intense routines, no CrossFit-y type stuff, nothing to nothing intense. And a lot of that's going to be because of the types of food I will be able to eat. I am literally not able to consume hardly any carbohydrates and zero sugar. And when you're working out this hard, your body needs that stuff. And so the last 3 months I've been trying to kind of mix everything together, and it wasn't really working out that well for me, like physically, mentally, in my body. So things I will be doing and doing videos about too is meditation, inspiration, motivation, positivity, because I'm not gonna lie, with chronic illness, and especially the type of stuff I've been dealing with the last 3 months or so, that shit brings you down. You know, it's very depressing, and you can either let it own you or you do something with it. So I'm deciding to put my story out in the universe and how I manage to stay positive, and everybody will be able to follow me on this journey to kind of see how my progress goes the next couple years, because as far as I know, it can take a couple years to kick what I've got going on right now. So we're going to fight the negativity, self-sabotage, and the victimization, the why me, and the hopelessness. And seriously, I have gone through all of this and probably will more in the future. It's going to happen. So, again, more, like I said, YouTube series videos on how to manage this type of stuff. As for food, I have been on everything from an autoimmune diet, anti-candida, paleo, anti-parasitic, keto, endo, PCOS diet, low-fat, low-calorie, boo. But I've been on a lot of diets for these health issues. I have found a lot of things that have worked for certain conditions and some things that have not. And now as my condition continues to evolve, so does my nutrition. And if I've learned anything over the last 10 years, it's the best way to fight this kind of shit is you just gotta kind of dial in the foods that are gonna help you, get rid of the ones that are gonna hurt you. And it's not a forever. It's a for now until I get better, or until you get better or have improvement. You know, I learned over the weekend that I can't be perfect, like follow a perfect diet for 2-3 months and then have a fuck it weekend, because it'll make me really ill. So, you know, I learned the hard way, and hopefully it will be the only time, but I hear that, you know, it might not be the last time that happens the next 2 years or so. As far as foods I cannot have right now: alcohol, beans, cheese, soy, fruit, sweet potato, carrots, dairy, bread except for Ezekiel bread, mushrooms, yeast, tofu, coffee, coconut water, and sugar. Obviously anything processed. I can't have certain nuts or peanut butter. And a lot of the stuff, whether it's natural or not, I still can't have it either because of the sugar, carb, alkalinity. There's all these factors that even all these healthy foods that I would normally eat, I'm not allowed to eat them right now. That doesn't mean this goes for anyone else, but in my journey with the systemic candidiasis, I am eliminating them. Fruit, I love fruit. I'm on day 3, and it's hard. It's really hard, but, you know, whatever. Gotta do what you gotta do. Yes, I can. I gotta focus on what I can have. I can have seafood. I can have non-GMO and hormone-free poultry, eggs, greens, all my greens, excessive amounts of greens, tomatoes. There are some nuts, macadamia, pecans, almonds. I can have lemons and limes. Those are fruits. Quinoa, Ezekiel bread. Those I'm excited about. I was doing like no quinoa, no grains before on the autoimmune diet, so I'm really stoked I can add those back in. Plain Greek yogurt, a gluten-free steel-cut oatmeal. I can have coconut butter, avocados, avocado oil, and apple cider vinegar. There are obviously like few adds and subtracts, but I'm by no means starving, you know? I got stuff I can eat. So we're going to see how that goes. I'll probably do some before pictures and start tracking the next 30 days, but because my diet is so limited in what it is, that's why the activity, you guys know I love my weightlifting, but I also have to go through several periods, whether it's from surgery or not, where it's just not something I get to do for a while. The YouTube series of videos we are going to do, I'm going to start one on exercise for pain relief and balance, kind of hormone balance and mental balance, with my Pyo yoga and stretching. I have a lot of women that I know through the groups I support that sometimes they can't do anything except stretch. So we're going to start there for some of them, and then gradually move into more of a yoga Pyo kind of feel. The other thing is nutrition. Again, I've done all of these diets: autoimmune, anti-candida, paleo, you know, keto. I'm going to talk about each one and why it's good or why it's bad in the video series. I'm currently doing like a strict anti candida, anti-parasitic diet. I will, very strict, so I will also cover that as well. And I'm going to do some stuff on well-being, you know, because this is, part of this is the mental challenge. And I know that when I was YouTubing my condition, I did find a few videos on it, but it's very limited, and a lot of people want you to go to their site and go do this, and I'm finding a lot of roadblocks, but at least I have more information than I previously did. So my goal for everybody else out there is to do as many videos as I can with as much information as I can as I get it, because all these things, no one case is going to be the same, but I just want some folks out there to know that they're not alone. And yeah, I have tried a lot of different things. I supposedly have a lot of different things. I know I'm not the only person out there with the situation. So if you are fighting chronic health issues, please follow us on teamevolfitness.com. Mr. Evil will also be doing some positive stuff just on like some interval training and cooking for not regular people. So he'll be taking over the normal person kind of lifestyle, and I'll be really focusing on this. So guys, please join us on YouTube, share our Facebook group, and again, like the groups that I support, any of the ladies that know, I'll start to be posting some of the shorter videos about treatments and stuff for chronic pain in those groups. So I look forward to doing this, and yeah, it's kind of weird putting your whole health life out there, but I found a lot of lack of information, so I want to prevent that for someone else. So thanks for taking the time to listen to this. So namaste, guys. Still fighting the good fight, still kicking ass, still got a potty mouth, so expect more awesome to come. Still gonna be coaching you guys in your groups. Just because I can't lift weights doesn't mean you can. I'm still gonna be working out, so what excuse do you guys have? Even if I'm just stretching and doing yoga and plyo, that's still doing something. So, you know, do your best and forget the rest. You know how it is. Later, guys.